To me, the lyrics in Kicked It in the Sun, like the lyrics that begin the song, are just about hanging out in Boise. Like there's a feeling from Ada to Irene. Those are a couple of streets in my neighborhood, like stretching 10 blocks or something. And it's sort of like just living in Boise and staying up late at night writing songs, and that's kind of what the beginning of the song reminds me of, and maybe if just some nonsense to sort of throw it together. And then the Kicked It in the Sun part is nothing, just some words that sounded good. The phrase that just popped into my head for no reason and just sounded kind of musical. I think it has that connotation of like relaxing in the sun, but I don't know what it means, but to me it didn't mean that. It meant more like kicking something into the sun, like like destroying something. When we made the record, I was like so self-conscious and did not want anyone from the label coming down to the studio to like hear what we were up to, because it felt like we were just like didn't know what the fuck we were doing, and just like I don't know, like the stuff was taking a long time to take any kind of shape that sounded like a good record. And so the guy who signed us, our A&R guy, Joe McEwen, he was really a really cool guy and just let us do it the way we wanted to do it. And then he came in to listen to it. He came to Seattle when we finished mixing, and we were like our last day in the studio or something, and he came down and we just played him the whole record. And he just like, I think he just stood there the whole time, listened to the whole record, stood there and kind of played some air guitar. And just at the end of it was like, it's like, that's great. And that was kind of it, I don't know if anyone there even knew about us except him. I don't know if anyone had any kind of expectations in any way. I think we flew under the radar at Warner Brothers. I don't think people paid that much attention to what we were doing, and the people that did were like people that were art, music people that trusted us and didn't expect us to do anything except what we wanted to do. Yeah, we stayed within our budget, but instead of pocketing a little bit of money at the end of it, we just spent the whole budget on the record instead of having some money left over. Yeah, at some point, I can't remember what it was in reference to, but my wife said, well, we're special in other ways our mothers appreciate. And I thought it was hilarious and thought it would make a good lyric in a song. And then the end song that it goes into, the other lyrics sort of go along with that theme of like, I can't remember now the lyrics. It's something about being mediocre, like, oh, his master plan was mediocre. Just like, just trying hard to do something rad, and it's just okay. We do the best we can, but not all of us are capable of doing amazing things. Yeah, artistically, and maybe in other parts of our lives too, trying to just do something incredible and amazing and inspiring, and then coming up with something that's pretty good, you know, because you're trying so hard, you're shooting for such a high ideal. You're not going to get there, but you're going to do something that's, you know, pretty good. If you're not shooting for that super high ideal, you're going to really suck. So you got to shoot for that really high thing in order to do something that's passable. And that's just the best that most of us can hope for, you know, best that most of us can do. There's a handful of people that are geniuses or just really, for whatever reason, can do things that just, you know, are amazing. But for most of us, it's trying and, you know, trying to get some joy out of trying.